Hi Taurus, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your Summer Solstice 2024 Tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies for the next 6 months for the rest of 2024. So from June until December, we're going to look ahead and look at what major astrological events are going to occur, how it could affect you. Do take a look though at those mid-year 2024 check-in readings that I did for the 4 elements. I will leave the link below and they cover from January until June. Taurus, if you haven't already subscribed to Scorpio Soul Time, I would love if you would. New videos out every single day for you. I really look forward to hearing your comments below of what you are looking forward to in the rest of the year. For me, I'm just really excited that I can see some traction moving ahead in this year. Some years I feel like is slower than others. Taurus, you and I, meaning Taurus and Scorpios, had that, period of time where the eclipses were in our sign, and I do feel like that time was a little tumultuous. So I'm kind of happy to see we're out of that, aren't you all? All right, Taurus, let's go month by month. So you start off June with the Devil card, Capricorn energy there. July finds you with the Death card, Scorpionic energy in reverse, both major arcanas. August finds you with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. September finds you with the Strength card, another major arcana. My goodness, lots of major arcanas, Taurus. October finds you with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. November, 8 of Wands in reverse. And you end the year, thankfully, on a high note, 9 of Pentacles. Glad to see that. So lots of reversals here, Taurus. Definitely looks like some of you could have some type of friction or just challenges as you move throughout the rest of the year. Not necessarily that it means bad, just definitely needing to get in alignment with yourself with many of these reversals. So let's go ahead and ask Spirit to send you a card representing the energy that you moved through the first half of 2024. And you have the 9 of Pentacles. So what fabulous energy is this, Taurus? So you start off here with the 9 of Pentacles, the first part of 2024, and you're ending the year with the 9 of Pentacles. So for many of you all, I do think this points to all the Taurus energy that you all have had this year, right? We've had Jupiter in your sign, we had Uranus in your sign, and I do think that many of us, especially during the May, June time when the sun was in your sign, I do think many of you all experienced a lot of abundance, and I do think many of you all had some challenging conversations around abundance, and I think you're now feeling a lot better about your finances or your security. I do think as you come into the rest of the year though, just keep in mind that these shifts could occur, especially when we get around Scorpio season, and I think that's an important thing we'll talk about. But I do think that many of you all were feeling good the first half of the year. So I would love to see that. And I love to see how Spirit is literally telling you this entire 2024 is about you and feeling good about your finances. You're ending and beginning the year with both of the 9 of Pentacles. So beautiful, beautiful energy there. So Spirit, if you could send Taurus a card representing what is this going to represent? This is going to be like an oracle message for you for the rest of 2024. And you have mountains, stand your ground. So for many of you all Tauruses, really think through, is there energy already building up where you've had to take a stance? Maybe you are needing to defend yourself or someone as you move throughout the rest of 2024. Keep this in mind. If you are feeling unsure or unsteady, just remember to go back to yourself, ask your spirit guides for help. I do think that many of you all could lose focus during the rest of 2024 because there's just a lot going on, and Spirit is reminding reminding you to stand your ground and not feel like you have to bend or, like you're not having to succumb to somebody else's whims, but making sure you're still believing in yourself. So really beautiful energy there, Taurus. And I do think that as I'm looking through your cards, especially in the summer months with that Capricorn and Scorpionic energy, many of you all are going through some type of purging of your goals, like you're redefining what your goals are here in the summertime. And by the time you get to the fall months, I can see that some type of money conversations and challenges with where it is that you stand with your job or your career or something along those lines could come up as we move into November in October, because I see here an eclipse season, lots of reversals, like all of this is reversals here. So I do think that during, starting here probably in August, going all the way through November, really pay attention to the people that you're coming in contact with, because I think that there's some kind of money conversations that you're really wanting to move forward, but it feels like there's this kind of tug of war, especially in eclipse season, that you're like, I'm worth more than this. So just keep that in mind. And by the time you end the year, like I said, you're ending on a really high note. So I do think conversations here in the summer, Taurus, especially when we have this Pisces energy, and both Saturn and Neptune are both retrograding. So in June here with the Devil card, we have the summer solstice, but we also have Saturn retrograde in Pisces on the 29th. During this time, really pay attention to what goals that did you have maybe in the beginning of the year that now are changing or need to change for whatever circumstances, because I think you're really thinking through, is this really the best for me? Like, just because I said I want to have a lot of money, now I'm realizing it comes at a cost. And I do think when you move into July, when Neptune retrograde begins in Pisces, be careful of like rose-colored glasses. Don't just get attracted by the shiny object syndrome. Make sure you're really thinking through your goals and what it is that you want. Because I do think many of you all Tauruses are redefining what you want here in June and July. So really pay attention to your spirit guides there. And I do think as you come into August and September, I do think that it's interesting that the reversals start. Okay, so this is where in the summertime in August, when we have Mercury retrograding in Virgo and Leo, this could be a time where you're rethinking, re-strategizing your money and where it is that you have a work-life balance, but also where is it that you have enough strength to work through like those Leo parts of yourself. Because I do think, Taurus, what I do see coming up in September is Pluto retrograding back into Capricorn, and then eclipse season begins September 17th with a Pisces full moon lunar eclipse. During this time, money conversations are going to be big. And I do think that you are going to redefine where it is that you stand. If you are at somewhere that they're not compensating you well or they're not appreciating your value, I do think many of you all could be rethinking where you're at and if you want to remain with that company, okay? Now, by the time you move into October and November, this is when we do have eclipse season continuing in October with a Libra new moon solar eclipse. And then in November, Pluto then moves back into Aquarius, and we have Mercury retrograde beginning in Sagittarius November 25th. So during this time, money conversations, especially with what you have built on your own, Taurus, whether you have your own business, whether you are part of an organization, but you have taken pride in what you have done, conversations are all over the place. I feel like by the time you move into November, when we have Mercury retrograde in Sag. So pay attention to the people you are conversating with. Make sure they are for your highest good. And if you need to stand your ground, remember those mountain cards, you may need to stand your ground about what you have built for yourself during this time. And by the time you end the year though, Taurus, it looks like you are able to feel good about yourself, whatever that was that transpired back in the fall. fall. By the time we get into December, we do have Mars retrograding in Leo on the 20th. So with that information, do know that we're ending the year with Mars not feeling in the best place, because Mars wants to go, go, go. And Leo is that fire too. And so with it in retrograde, you could feel just a little bit like you don't have all of the energy you need, but you're feeling really good about your place in the world. So I think that's really beautiful to see. So Taurus, this looks like a really interesting second half of 2024 for you. I do think that in this summer months, pay attention to the people you're talking to. I do think conversations around your money, your self-worth are going to be really big as you come into the fall. And I do think, like I said, you starting off the year with the Nine of Pentacles and ending with the Nine of Pentacles, you all are really very secure in how you feel about yourself and your self-worth. So if anyone is trying to question that, it may be time to leave. So keep that in mind. All right, Taurus, I hope this was helpful for you. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series, and I'll talk to you later.